Oh, welcome to another episode of Not in the Wood. There's not going to be a lot of editing because we're going to be too drunk to edit. This episode, we want to talk about strictly about bull dykes.
Oh,
Rather this repeat.
Yep, this repeat conversation.
It needs to be heard because there's a lot of confusion about what's going on in the bull dyke community.
Also, definition of bull dyke.
Definition of bull dyke is a huge argument that could go on for hours. You can write a senior's thesis on bull dyke.
I think kind of what the main idea behind it is there's an overarching umbrella, and that umbrella is bull dyke. And within bull dyke, there are different factions, I would say.
I'll agree with you, because now we're going into, like, the species tree, like, of shit. Like, it's still genus. A bear. Yeah, the genus. It's still a bear, but is it a Kodak? Is it a black bear? Dyke.
Yeah.
I feel like is the one umbrella outside of human.
Okay.
Now you got human. Now you've got dyke.
Okay.
But now you've got bull dyke.
And that's underneath the dyke.
Got it.
Okay.
So
but there's also different other kinds of dykes.
Oh, you know, like, girl, is there, what other dykes?
There's hot lesbians.
There's hot lesbians.
So that they would not be bull dykes.
See, there's your
bull dyke. For anyone wondering, it's something that looks like the ass end of a tractor and fucks other women.
So, my question is I often see when I picture a bull dyke, they're usually not coupled with a mirror of the bull dyke.
No, they're not. Isn't that funny?
So
kind of one thing that I've noticed too is like, it seems in a lot of lesbian relationships, there's one of them that is just on a generic form attractive.
Yep.
You know, and almost kind of fits into that more, at least in like a public appearance, lady role, a woman's role.
Yep.
In a traditional relationship. And then there's some women that just straight up look more manly than we do.
Yeah, there's tough bitches
included.
Yeah. You can strap a fucking set of shoulder pads to half these bitches and they'll play the linebacker for you.
For sure.
Tough bitches.
So, it's almost strange to me how it follows that.
It does.
Like, you know.
But maybe we're just keying off on that. Maybe it doesn't, but I think it does. I think that there's...
That could be too. Maybe those are the only ones that we notice.
We notice. Because one of them fills like a dude's role, and that's the bull dyke. Mm-hmm. The other one is kind of femmy.
But not all that fall into dudes' roles are bull dykes. Bull dyke is a special breed of its own.
Well, bull dyke cannot be a femmy.
No, not at all.
I mean, you got a chop top.
But there can be like somewhat like good-looking like tomboys and attractive tomboys too.
Yes, but they're kind of
like,
they're kind of short-haired and cute, and
not
look like
necessarily short-haired, but just kind of different clothing style and sort of thing.
Oh, tomboy?
Yeah, kind of that sort of thing. But like I'm picturing bull dyke. I'm picturing like large, like humpback whale.
A bull dyke.
A feminist.
Well,
that's what I picture. What do you picture?
I picture that too, but I'm saying that the tomboy it's not the biggest bull dyke in the city, but it's a bull dyke. It's a variation of the bull dyke.
Okay.
It's the inverted bull dyke.
That's underneath the bull dyke umbrella.
It is.
Okay.
Okay. But the thing that fucking confuses me, and I think a lot of people, is if you stop and actually have a conversation about a bull dyke, which is odd in itself, but if you do, and you go into it and you care about it, and if we're being honest, and I think we are, one of these people is like a dude.
Yeah.
And the other one is oftentimes not a dude.
Correct.
In actions, looks, whatever. Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's not. So if you're going to be a dyke and you're committed to licking carpet, why the fuck are you with a man?
Essentially a man.
It's a fucking man.
It essentially is.
It farts, it eats chunky chicken noodle soup, and it fucking watches football on Sundays. That's a man. I have bull dyke's uniform.
Optional parts.
Yeah. All you did was modify its downstairs mix-up, and now you want to fucking tell me that's a woman? No. It's a fucking dude.
So are you relating this to the kind of really start of our friendship? There was that question that was asked Are you relating this conversation back to that question?
Well, ask the question.
What? Well, there's different variations.
Oh, how much would you take?
How much money would you take to?
That could be later, but they like. Before we get into that, and that's a good point. That's a good game to play. Before we get into that, is fucking. They say they don't like penis, but they're hanging out with basically a penis junior, and a bull dyke.
Yeah.
So are they really dyke? Are these faux dykes hanging out with bull dykes? Do bull dykes attract faux dykes?
I don't know.
Pseudo dykes.
We're getting down into
the
deep with this. One thing that it's always kind of confused me too. It's like, and I'm not obviously a very educated man, but it's always confused me too. It's like if you wear a strap on,
what the fuck
is the difference?
You see the dykes with a bunch of dildos. What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
Why don't you just get a fucking, I don't know, like a...
I mean, men suck. Maybe that's their standpoint.
Why don't you just get a soy boy or something like that?
I don't know.
You know, it doesn't have to be burly fucking in the woods with the lumberjacks, but, I mean, you like penis. You just don't know you like penis.
It's actually attached.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You like the thought of penis. You just don't
like the feeling. You like the feeling of penis, but you don't like the thought of penis.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's it is.
That's the avenue that they go down.
And then the bull dyke is born.
And then boom.
She just gets to...
You've evolved into a bull dyke.
No, do bull dykes have penis envy?
Well, it obviously it can be penis envy, but do you think they're jealous of other people that are more manly than them?
Well, they're putting on a show for the world. Maybe they're projecting that they want to be. Now we get into trans. Is bull dyke the gateway drug to trans?
Bull dyke might be. Is bull dyke a prerequisite for trans? It could be. I mean, it's kind of splitting hairs at that point. I feel like,
dude, bull dyke is bull dyke is where society. It's the make or break on society. Society's problems could, majority of them, be traced back to bull dyke.
Give me one.
Okay. Okay. I get I don't know if she was dyke.
Who?
I don't know if she was dyke, but she was fronting. Yeah, I give him this lift.
She had man envy. Oh, okay.
I give him this lift.
Where was this at?
On Rapid.
Oh,
they have Lyft. They don't have Uber.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I give him this lift.
Yeah.
And I don't look at who's picking me up. It could be anyone.
All I ever do is I just look at the name.
I didn't even do that.
Okay.
I just looked at the car. It was a Tesla, by the way, which stuck out over the name.
Wow.
Yep. Tesla and Rapid. Now, I get in the car, and I guess the face looked like a man.
So you assume.
So I assumed. I didn't look at the name. I looked at the face. It was a picture, right? Mm. You know, and I didn't look at the thing. And maybe, if I had the name, maybe it could be a gender neutral name.
Could have been like a Taylor.
Yeah, could have added in this fucking thing anymore. But I didn't look at the name. I looked at the, Tesla, whatever. So I get all excited. And it was a nice car, by the way.
Very nice car.
But I get in, and I said, "Hey, thanks, man, for picking us up. We're going to XYZ." And as if they didn't already know, but
I'm just subs.
No, not me. It was me and I was with work.
Okay.
So we were going out for drinks.
Sure.
We didn't want to drive back. Company car.
Fair enough.
And anyway, thanks, man. And that fucking set it off.
Just triggered.
Well, I'm not a man. My name is, and it wasn't a fucking female's or a man's name.
It was like Clarice or something.
Yeah, Clarice.
Yeah.
How many men do know Clarice? But it definitely had penis at me, and it could have been a dyke. So I'm just saying, bull dyke, put me in that situation.
We're talking like short hair, overweight,
yeah.
full nine.
Yeah.
Full 9 yards.
Late 30s, early 40s.
Jesus Christ.
Short hair, big fat, just mound of Play-Doh looking motherfucker. And I said, man, to it. And it snapped at me. Ha! Yeah, it literally snapped at me, that fucking bull dyke. There's a problem for you, bull dyke.
And so that story is the stem of all of society's problems. I think we can assume
that's a problem. It's not all society's problem.
I think we can assume it's all of them.
Stretch, but I think we can. Okay, so anyway, that's a segue into how much would it take for you to date a bull dyke for a year?
Okay, so the main premise of this original question was several $1 million. You have to, like, let's say it's $3 million for the sake of this conversation right now, and you have to date this bull dyke for 2 years.
Yeah.
And by date, we do not mean just, be seen in public with this hoe. You have to share a bed.
Yep.
Sometimes you shower together.
Yep. You have to take it to appointments.
Appointments.
If you want to see the new fucking Mission Impossible, you gotta go take it to that.
Thanksgiving this year's at her house. Yep. Thanksgiving next year's at yours.
House,
shit like that. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it's the
whole 9 yards.
Yeah, the whole 9.
Yeah.
And you get the $3 million, but it can be revoked if you were to ever tell anybody that is why you did it.
Yep.
So essentially,
not prorated either.
It's not prorated.
Yep.
So it's all or nothing. If you were 2 years and 300 days, and you just like, I can't fucking do it.
I can't take this.
You just lost that.
Yep.
So I don't think I could do it.
It's easy not to do it.
Like,
it's hard to date a bull dyke.
For sure. Even like to fake date one.
Fake date one, yeah. It's hard to,
But the
harder.
Well, definitely. But the biggest thing is that I don't know. I couldn't not tell someone. Like, I'm just doing it for this.
Yeah. Because your
like,
friends are
my
going to
face.
assume
The judgment would kill me.
Yeah. It would.
It would.
And every day you wake up, you go in the laundry room, and you got to see the skid streaks and that fucking fat steer's underwear.
Yeah. You can just put the underwear on the fucking washing machine and it would still have room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the problem here. You couldn't do it for the simple fact that you've got to sit here, straight face this thing for fucking 1,000 days. 1,000 days. 3 years.
Yep.
$3 million.
I couldn't do it. I think we've done the math before though, and we've broken it down to how much it is per day, and it's like
it's 1,000 days, $3 million.
It's a little bit more than 1,000 days, but it's
Well, yeah, a little,
but it's marginal. But I mean, you think about it too. It's like even just like
that's $300 a day, I think.
Probably is.
300 times.
You went that fucking accounting.
That's 300,000. That's three. What the fuck? Am I stupid?
It's like $3,000.
That's $3,000 a day.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
God damn.
Is it? 300 times 1,000 days is 300,000.
Are we full autist?
It's $3,000 a day to date a bull dyke.
$3,000 a day.
Yeah, for 1,000 days.
See, that's just it. Like, I think about like 3 years and $3 million, and it's hard for me to be able to even conceive thinking about doing it.
Yeah, but
I mean, obviously, this is not like
life.
some opportunity that's knocking at our door, but $3,000 a day.
I'll tell you what. If Rosie O'Donnell beat down my door with a chop top haircut and gave me that offer, I'd take it.
I don't know, man.
I don't have anything to lose. At the end of the day, I have $3 million.
I know, but
should I?
Fuck.
Okay, well, let's say you failed, right?
Yeah.
And you told someone.
Yeah.
Now you've got
all you have is a really
opportunities.
fucking shitty story. You have a
Book
shitty story to
opportunity.
tell that people will listen to. That's all you have.
Exactly. They might pay for it on Amazon, on the Kindle. I know people. I know Ben wrote a book on Amazon and published it about how to get into PT school.
Really?
Yeah, I think he told me that one time.
I didn't know that.
And he said he got like 1,000 fucking people to buy this shit box.
Fuck.
And it was like 99 cents. So you do the math. So I don't know how much it was, but he got a few people to fucking buy this fucking book.
Yeah.
So 1,000 Days to Bull Dyke. There's the title.
1,000 Days to Bull Dyke. But I'm also wondering who would be the one financing this. Would this be like some like? I feel like it'd almost be something like maybe Dan Bilzerian would do. Just as entertainment.
Just to fuck with you.
You know,
1,000 days of entertainment.
just like oh.
God, she looks like a shit bomb today, and you gotta take this thing to dinner and make out with it? Christ.
You gotta pay for lobster and you gotta listen to her bitch to the waiter.
Yep. Oh, I fucking hate that. Oh, she just got a tattoo of her favorite Fall Out Boy song? Great. You have to look at that during sex.
And sex is part of it, too.
Sex
you
is
have to have
definitely.
sex with this song.
Yeah, dude. If she wants ass to mouth, you gotta fucking... If she breaks up with you over not ass to mouth, it's done.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't even really think of the dynamic of her leaving you.
Yep. Because I think to make this thing work is you can't just suffer through this bull dyke and be non-committal. She has to not believe that it has to be a damn bazillion, whatever the fuck his name is, financier.
It has to be someone with that kind of.
Yeah. So you have to fit. He calls out 100 idiots, brings them into a room, gives them a secret PowerPoint. You have to fish out a bull dyke, get approved by me, and start 1,000 days to bull dyke.
So, let's say, this is interesting. This is an interesting part of it. Let's say during this 1,000-day thing, well, okay, a lot of people will date for a year and a half, get engaged, a year later get married, so that's about the 2.5-year mark.
Oh, fuck.
What about that? There's no fucking way.
Because if you get married...
Stakes would have to be very much upped.
Yep. If you get married, that's good.
Because then, the winnings.
Then you split the money.
The winnings.
Yeah.
So then it's do you want to do it for $1,500 a day? Fuck
no. You had to look at it, dirty bitch's underwear, for 1,000 days just to find out you get 1.5 out of the 3 mil. No, can't do it.
You had to feed Jabba the Hutt grapes.
Yeah.
While she's laying in bed.
Yeah. That greasy fucking butter residue from that popcorn at the movie on her chest. You gotta fucking sleep with that shit. God.
I couldn't do it.
You gotta get... Oh, God.
No way.
I picture bull dykes not having... I picture them having tits that are slopes. Like, have you ever seen ski slopes?
Yeah, well, we've been
like
skiing.
ski jumps.
We've been skiing.
I know, but like ski jump. It's like a cone. I picture them having cone tits.
So are you talking like lifted up nipples?
Kind of, yeah.
Like on the face of a clock, nipples that point at 2.
Yeah, sure.
Is that what you're saying? I'm just trying to follow those.
Cone titties.
Okay.
They're not huge. They're not small, but they're just cone titties, and they're just slapped on there. That fucking putty. What if? Here's another interesting point. For personal sanity, you get this fucking wildebeest to start exercising, and she gets hot.
Ooh. Okay, but then on your side, do you have to end it at 3 years?
I don't think you'd get paid more if you made it 3 years.
But
you get to come collect that check.
So you got to you get to collect the check.
And if you want to keep dating the bull dyke, fine. That's your shame to bear.
What about, let's say you're out, you're drunk, you're blacked out, you blab about it.
Done.
Gone.
Yep. 3 years of sobriety for me if I'm doing this. Because the first time.
I don't know.
The first time I get ripped up with my friends, that fucking fat. But what if you turn it into Kate Upton? I mean, you can't really fix the cone titties.
No.
Maybe you can.
Actually, yeah.
But what if this thing stops eating fucking Wendy's and starts eating, egg whites off Denny's,
It's an interesting way to think about it.
Do you get disqualified if it becomes not a bull dyke? Do you have to
feed the beast?
Yeah. This is such a teeter-totter. Because if it goes too much one way.
So here's what I think. I think during the agreed upon time frame,
yes,
there has to be. It's almost like an exit interview.
Does she still have gross piercings? Check.
There has to be a confirmation that bull dyke is still in full effect.
Yeah. We're on team bull dyke.
I think that's fair.
Okay. So there's no chance, because it would be extra work to keep this thing in a relationship and try to slim this thing down.
That wouldn't be.
That's
up
too
to
much.
The ante.
Yeah, that's 2 mountains. Because you're basically doing personal training and life coach 24 hours a day.
Well, yeah, not only for her but for yourself, because you got to really.
This is like
really think about
the
end game here.
End game here.
This is like signing that enlistment contract, and then right away you're sent over. And you're fucking in the sandbox.
Yeah.
And bullets are flying, and they don't stop for 3 years.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave there without a fucking trophy.
Yeah, you want to go back home.
Yeah.
So
you want to go back home, so you gotta fucking stay with this fucking bull dyke.
You want to Purple Heart it and just cut your losses and start blabbing.
That can't do that. That only gets you 1,000 downloads of a Kindle book for $1.99.
If even.
Best case scenario. I survived Bull Dyke. Bull Dyke-otropolis.
How I survived being with the Bull Dyke.
But it's going to take you to places that you don't want to go. Obscure fucking bars.
So
shitty fucking meetups with their fucking shitty friends.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about like a lot of like their friends.
Yep, that are just as fucking weird.
If not weirder.
Yeah.
You might have gotten lucky.
Cool.
Except in the looks department.
Yeah.
So, what if? What if this woman drives you to kill yourself? Is it like a beneficiary thing? Is there a death benefit payout for?
Well, if it was Dan Bazillion, yes.
He probably would.
He probably would.
He's like, all right.
Yeah, shit. Here's a
Sorry, I just want to kill yourself because of this Bull Dyke thing. It's a mess.
It was my fault. I had too much time on my hands.
I'll own it.
I'll allow it.
It was in between poker tournaments. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's say you do win 1,000 days to Bull Dyke. 2 questions. Do you keep the Bull Dyke? What if the Bull Dyke has grown to you and you guys like the same things? Like, shit, UFC fights are on. You want to watch fucking...
I think that's like a friendship talk at that point. If you've grown
you've been making out with this thing.
Yeah, but it's like...
For 1,000. At that point, Stockholm Syndrome.
Well, that could be a thing too. Okay, so what else?
Well, what do you spend the money on? Assuming you win 1,000 days to Bull Dyke. Tattoo removal? Because she made you get some tattoos. Of Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, fucking...
cover-ups. I guess that's a good point.
Yeah,
there's probably something being pushed on you there.
Piercings. You got gauges in your ears you didn't want.
Yeah.
But you had to keep the Bull Dyke happy.
Probably got to go grab some cadaver ears or something, sew those bitches on.
Yeah. Therapy.
I think therapy would probably be first and foremost. Well, I think a long trip. A long trip.
Month-long in Beijing.
Like, across the fucking globe. Like, find out where she is and go to the exact opposite spot.
Put 180 degrees on the globe and just pick it.
Go spin.
Yeah.
I'd need separation at that point. I think anybody would.
Then you write your book.
You write your book during this time frame?
No, because what if she finds it on your laptop? 1,000 Days to Bull Dyke.
Yeah,
After you won?
When
memoirs are fresh. That could be good therapy.
It's true.
I survived a fucking Bull Dyke.
I survived this. You can too.
You can.
If I did it, anyone can do it. It sounds like a dieting book. Oh yeah, it's easy. I did it. You can do it too.
1,000 Days to Bull Dyke, buddy. Change your life.
Nerf.
I'm thinking...
What would you do?
What I would do? Gut feelings just dump in the Bull Dyke.
Like, let's say it happened at 10 o'clock at night.
At
Fucking
10:01.
you make sure 10:01.
I check my Wells Fargo account. I see if...
You got
What if Dan trolled you?
Oh, that would be gold. That'd be a suicide attempt waiting to happen.
I'd have to kill him.
Well, not a homicide. I'd just kill myself.
No, he made me waste 3 years of my life with something that looks like Lurch off the Addams Family.
What if it did turn out to be a troll?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can just like chill with Dan Bilzerian in his mansion. All the women around. Would you do it then?
I'd kill him. He better give me $3 million.
I'd want the money for sure.
Yeah. I'm not selling for anything less.
I'd want the money for sure. I'd want what was agreed upon.
Exactly. I want what was agreed upon. That's it. I'm not asking for much, just what is my fair share. Fuck it.
I think I'd probably try and blackmail him a little bit, though. I'd try to take me to a poker tournament, fag.
For what?
Just because he made me do that shit.
So you can kill yourself at the poker tournament?
No, I mean I wouldn't play. And just do it. And
that's it?
And then that way, like, you can kind of, like, transition this really shit period of your life into becoming famous.
And maybe more than $3 million.
More than $3 million.
I think
it's an investment long term.
You already did 3 years of fucking investment long term.
Yeah. So during this time frame, like during the 3 years, is there like a certain amount of time that like you have to hang out? Can you go out with the boys every once in a while?
You have to keep this thing happy with you. Okay, now if that requires a touch and go policy where the bull dyke likes to hang out with the other bull dykes, get in that pen, get in that rodeo, that's fine. You can go slither off to sanity, you know. But if it's a pretty committed relationship and she's going to be happiest when you drag her around your friends, you gotta drag bulldog around your friends, assuming you're in it to win it.
Well, yeah.
All these,
which you have to be.
Yeah, all these scenarios should assume you're in it to win it.
Yeah, almost goes without saying.
Okay. Bulldog out.